In case no one has told you today, you're probably still single because God is protecting others from you. Because the real red flag is you, and the real problem is you, not them. He's keeping them safe from you.
Welcome to Nice Finance, and hopefully we can encourage each other to hang in there. If you haven't done so already, please consider liking the video, sharing the video, and also subscribing to this channel for more videos like this.
Target taught me, unless I'm like a super millionaire, bro, which I will be, I would not be like one of them hardcore provider dudes. Cause every one of them I seen was absolutely miserable. Bro, I would literally be like a therapist up in there as a cashier. Like a dude come in with his family on like a Sunday. He want to be watching football on his one off day, but he get dragged out with them. Wife rocking Lululemons and Golden Goose sneaker. They drive a Range Rover or Escalade. The wife and kids would go to get Starbucks, and every single time these dudes would complain to me about how much they hate their life, about how all they do is work all the time, their wife spend all their money, and how they basically got no freedom. Sometimes the combos would go deeper too, and they'd be like, bro, we live in check to check, we can barely even afford it. Meanwhile, his girl spending like $800, $1,000 at Target, bro, and finna go to Somerset Mall right after that. Bro, who would want that, bro?
Ask them about their wife or kids, and they give you the biggest scythe ever. Happy wife, happy life. Nah, bro. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. Nah, bro, I'm good on that.
My dad is a provider, man. Mom hasn't worked in years. He is so miserable, and I feel terrible. Gone to the point I resent my mom because of this. How do you see the love of your life struggling and do nothing?
In this economy, no way. And that's because they're trying to provide while not making provider income.
The economy is so bad, men can't afford to have secret families anymore.
Speak for black men. Us Latinos are still affording a second family back home, man. Our dollars go a long way back in our countries, man. Black men are screwed in America.
A lot of men will lead with money, but then become upset when your expectation is for them to spend some of it on you. Ladies, men fully understand that in this dating game, there is a requirement for them to show up financially. However, a lot of men do not actually have the means to show up how they would like to financially. So what do? They lie, they cheat, they deceive, honey. Men will pretend to have that bag to lure you in, and then have the audacity, the cheek, the unmitigated gall, honey, to get offended when you expect them to spend some of it on you. The truth is that a lot of these men are not stingy. They're struggling. It is literally like applying for a job that you are underqualified for, lying on your CV about your experiences, and then what happens when they start asking you for references? You panic. And a lot of men's panic shows up in accusing women of being gold diggers, accusing women of being broke. And it's like, truly, we need to report these men to trading standards because you are not delivering what you're advertising. And while I agree that women, we do lead a little bit too much with money, that absolutely does not give men the right to pretend to be something they're not. A lot of men are using the illusion of money to get girls that are quite frankly out of their league. And I am here to nominate myself to tell men, if that girl is too expensive for you, leave her alone. Because if you know you need bread to date her, and when it's time to spend some of that bread, you're shuffling, shooing, hiding behind. Like, it's fine to date in your price range. And right or wrong, if you want the baddest, if you want the flyest, understand that they come with expectations. And respectfully, either meet those expectations or kick rocks. Now, like I always say, there's always an exception to the rule. For best results, assume it's not you. Mwah.
Most women who are looking for a soft life are women who have always done it on their own and been independent and taking care of everything on their own. Therefore, they're not looking for a man who's going to add to their stress, but a man who's going to ease some of that responsibility of being an independent woman. Therefore, they're not looking for you to take them off their feet, to make them lazy or anything like that, just for you to not become a burden. But the only thing you hear is that when a woman wants a soft life, you can't afford to take care of her. This is why when we are not talking about you, you should stay out of the conversation, because the men that can afford it, they don't mind. The only men that mind softening their women's lives are the men who can't afford to, are the men who still need to depend on their women, our beloved 50-50 heroes. How does it feel being so salty that a woman can take care of herself? And when she says that because I can take care of myself, I want a man who can also take care of me too, she's a villain now. How does it feel to know that you wish that you could have that kind of woman, but she's not going to accept you because you can't assume the responsibility that when she finally gets pregnant and bears your children in her womb, you still won't be able to afford the lifestyle that she's already given to herself?
Sis, you are not delusional. He loves you. He just can't afford you. I have talked to several men. I've done my market research. They have all said that they have passed up on a girl, their dream girl, because they were not in a place financially that they wanted to be, which means that they would not be able to keep the girl that they want because they know they're going after a quality girl. No scrubs. A man who cannot provide is not going to feel masculine in a relationship with a girl if he's not where he wants to be. To have a connection with somebody and know that they're just not in the place to be able to be in a relationship, it's fucking hard, but at the same time, it's like, no, good. Because I don't want somebody who isn't happy with where they're at in their life and isn't secure in that. We don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's insecure. We don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who can't provide. Always going to be growing and working towards some sort of goal. But if you don't have a good foundation, if you don't know what you want out of life, a guy's not going to want to waste his time dating a girl. And if he is dating girls, it's like, what are you doing? If you're just poor out here dating, it's like, go get your bag. When you're with somebody when you're young, it's easy because both of you are at the same place in your lives and maybe you go through that together. But as you get older, like me, I'm 28. If their careers aren't established, they know that we already have high standards. Like, I'm not single. I could go find a boyfriend right now. I really am choosing to be single because I have a certain life that I provided for myself and I expect that from my partner, if not better, and they're gonna want to provide for me. Yes, I can provide for myself, but do I want to? No, I don't. No man wants to see his girl pay for things. That's not hot. I'm gonna pay the bills and suck your... No. Any guy who's like, no, like she's like a gold digger or whatever the fuck, they just don't have enough money, or they just don't have enough money. The type of woman that they want, who they know they can't have, scares the shit out of them. So what do? They talk negatively to them. They put them down. They try to put them below them. If he's avoiding like the plague, if he's telling you that he's not ready, he can't be your person, let it be. Let it be, baby, because you don't want him anyways. And yeah, he is in love with you. We're all hurting, but he's probably hurting more. And he is working to pay for you one day. Let him go. Know that he's in love with you. We're not delusional. He's in love with you. He just can't afford you. The more you pine for him, the more you try to work for him, the more that you say, no, it's okay. The more you are devaluing yourself. You should be like, actually, yeah, I am an expensive bitch. And you should go and try to afford me. You should go figure out your life and come back to me correct. Sprinkle or whatever.
You literally cannot date broke men anymore, and to be honest, it's their own fault. There was a study done that said that an average date now costs $123, and they actually took 50 major cities in the US, and they also broke it down further based on movie, dinner, drinks. But to be honest, like, drinks costing $12, like, when I just get a drink for myself, it's $12, so I'm not quite sure. But, like, just imagine living in somewhere like Miami where your date literally costs 20% of your weekly earnings.
Ladies, I'm about to put you on some serious game, yeah? Not everything is about you. Listen to me, just let me land. Sometimes that man don't want to see you or is avoiding you because he's broke. And he's a man, so he's not going to say it. He would rather slit his own wrist than say it. Of course he wants to go out with you. You're perfect. You're just what he's looking for. Just not right now. He doesn't have the capacity. And men are not like women. Women, it's okay for you to go through periods and stuff and chat about it. Nobody's going to judge you for it. But men, the judgment a man gets is crazy. So I don't even blame them. I was talking to one of my girls and I just gave her the option. I said, look, maybe it's not even you because all the other signs are there. Maybe you're just going through something right now. And as a man, you don't want to chat about it. Can you blame them for that? Men, am I wrong? Come chime in, let me know. On the flip side, he could just not be interested. But it's also an option. The other way, the other one I was talking about. Let me know what you think.
As showcased in those videos, we are facing a time that we've never seen before in this country. We are all in this together, and we definitely should prepare and get ourselves ready because it could definitely get worse before it gets better.